My friends, welcome back to this channel. And today we want to talk about opening to God's grace. So, as you know, the term grace is used in many spiritual traditions, especially in the Christian faith. And we could just define it as the divine influence on us humans, which operates to regenerate us, to sanctify us, to inspire us, or give us strength in order to endure trial and resist temptation. So that's what it is. But how can we receive it? The first thing is that we can not earn grace because it is an expression of God's unconditional love for his children. And we cannot do anything to receive it, to earn it. But what we can do is open up to it. That's the only thing we can do. And it's kind of the same thing like in contemplative prayer, where our only activity is to focus on the presence of God, and everything else is coming from the other side. So we have to reach an inner space of openness and receptivity to, let's say, experience the divine grace coming into our lives. We have to be willing to open up, and we have to be humble enough to do this. And perhaps you will ask yourselves, how can I experience or recognize this divine force of grace? So for some, it's a warm movement of energy coming down from above, touching their head, the crown chakra, and coming into the body and going down through all the 7 chakras. For others, it may be a radiant peace in their hearts or belly, or a feeling of spaciousness, maybe in the area of the so-called third eye, between the eyebrows. For the next one, it will be a feeling of strength when he goes through turmoil. And for others, it may be a feeling of gratitude and love filling their heart, coming out of nowhere. And that's very beautiful, of course. So there is nothing to be done but open up to what is always and already there, because God knows exactly what we need. And so we can trust that we will experience exactly what we need. And we have to give up our resistance to it, which comes mostly from our egoic perspective, because our ego wants perhaps something different and is not so happy with what is coming in. So for us, it's about opening up fully with our full being, or to put it like that, with all of our chakras. I will go into that later, to the direct experience of the divine. So this will over time change our lives, because coming closer to this experience in us and outside of us will change the way we look upon life. We will just follow this path and more experience this divine grace. And when our lives get filled with this divine healing energy, it will not stay only for us, but it will, let's say, spread out into the world, because there will be an overflow. And of course, we can only give from a full cup, but there will be energy enough, and you can spread it out and become a vessel for this divine grace and give it to others. And you will not be astonished that the number one way to come closer to this is sitting in silence. So again, I recommend following the path of contemplative prayer, which is in fact sitting silently and allowing the divine presence to be felt and recognized. Yeah, and that's all what I want to say about this topic. Perhaps you can just ask yourselves in the end, am I really open and willing to open to the direct experience of the divine? Or am I perhaps afraid of it, or feeling unworthy of such an experience, which is true for many of us? Or you can ask yourself, am I perhaps angry at God because He's not giving me what I, which means the ego, want? This is another good question. Or to sum it up, am I ready to lay down the image I have of God and experience Him directly? So, this being said, thank you for watching again. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up or perhaps even subscribe. And yeah, I wish you a great week full of experiences of the divine grace. And I'll see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye.